Detectives initially suspect a break-in gone wrong, but the evidence tells a different story. There's no sign of forced entry, and nothing appears to be missing. Kathy's jewelry, wallet, checkbook, and electronics are all in plain sight. Investigators begin to believe the ransacked drawers could be staged, possibly to divert suspicion from someone close to the victim. Detectives turn their attention to Kathy's husband, Jeff, who discovered her body. Jeff says he and Kathy were happy, and they were excited to celebrate their 11th anniversary that night. He claims he was at work all day, then helped a friend move, and offers both contacts to confirm his alibi. Just as detectives begin to ease suspicions, they are interrupted by a new face. A woman rushes to Jeff, hugging and comforting him. When asked who she is, the woman makes a startling claim. She's Joey, Jeff's fiancée. The last thing detectives expect to hear is that Jeff has a fiancée, especially after he claimed he and Kathy were happily married and celebrating their 11th anniversary. Suspicious, investigators ask both Jeff and Joey to come in for a more in-depth interview. While they're transported to the station, CSI finishes processing the scene, dusting for prints and collecting any remaining evidence. At the station, detectives separate the two for questioning. Jeff complies when asked for the clothes he was wearing at the scene. His t-shirt, jeans, and boots are taken for DNA analysis. Confronted about Joey, Jeff admits he and Kathy had hit a rough patch, during which he had moved out and began a serious affair with Joey. They even discussed marriage, but he insists he ended things with Joey and had recently moved back in with Kathy. However, in a nearby room, Joey tells a completely different story. Detectives sit down with Jeff's supposed fiancée, Joey, eager to hear her side. She tells them she's a waitress with no criminal history and was at work all day before going home, where Jeff's mother called to let her know that Kathy was dead. Joey claims she and Jeff have been engaged for over a year, recently put a down payment on a house, and that Jeff had been staying with a friend, not Kathy. She admits guilt about being the other woman, but says Jeff assured her his marriage was over. Her version completely contradicts Jeff's. When confronted, Jeff insists he told the truth. He just hadn't broken the news to Joey yet. Was he playing both women? A tangled love triangle is beginning to take shape. Did someone kill to end it? The next day, the results from Kathy Lamb's autopsy arrive. Based on her injuries, the medical examiner places her time of death between 4:30 and 5 o'clock p.m. If Jeff and Joey's alibis hold up, neither would have been near Kathy at the time, eliminating them as suspects and sending detectives back to square one. The coroner also notes Kathy suffered catastrophic head trauma, including 2 heavy blows near her left ear. In a lucky break, the wounds reveal a faint hexagonal pattern, suggesting the weapon was a blunt object with that shape, possibly a tire iron or automotive tool. Although the murder weapon hasn't been found, this discovery is a major lead. Tragically, the nature of the injuries suggests Kathy didn't die instantly, but endured significant pain. Detectives are left wondering, who could unleash such rage on Kathy, and why? After learning the brutal details of Kathy's death, detectives search her past for enemies, but by all accounts, Kathy led a quiet life centered around her job, her husband, and her dogs. With no obvious motive, investigators retrace her final day. They learn she left work early, around 4:15 p.m., excited to prepare for her anniversary with Jeff, aligning with the coroner's time of death. But lab results bring more frustration. All the blood at the scene belongs to Kathy, offering no DNA evidence from the killer. Investigators then verify Jeff's alibi. Co-workers confirm he was still at work at 5:05 p.m., and a friend backs up his story about helping him move afterward. His clothes also show no traces of blood. With Jeff in the clear, detectives shift focus to the third person in this sordid triangle, Joey, and what they find is almost too bizarre to believe. As detectives shift focus to Joey, a co-worker of Kathy's comes forward with surprising information. They learn that several of Jeff's past and present girlfriends, including Joey, were verbally abusive toward Kathy. Even more disturbing, just weeks before the murder, someone carved the word "bitch" into Kathy's car. This challenges the belief that Kathy had no enemies. Detectives bring Joey in for a second interview and ask her to take a lie detector. She agrees and passes. Still skeptical, investigators work to verify her alibi, confident there's a gap they can expose. But when they speak to her boss, they're stunned. Joey was waitressing during the window of Kathy's murder, backed up by co-workers, customers, receipts, and security footage. Joey is officially ruled out, but someone out there is still responsible for Kathy's death. The question is who?